Hey guys, and welcome back. It's just going to be me today because we're going to talk about some of the illnesses that Sebastian helps me with and how we became a team and why I need him as a service dog. One of the most asked questions that we get on his videos when I show alerts is he for diabetes or what's he for? And I always respond with POTS. And the next question is, what is POTS? So we've made some TikToks on what is POTS, but I figured we'd give a longer video here on YouTube of what POTS is, my journey with POTS, and then how Sebastian helps me with POTS. So I've pulled up what POTS is on the internet just so that we can make sure I get the definition right. Like I know it, but sometimes I forget words and it makes no sense because I forget other people don't have POTS. So POTS stands for postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, which is a condition characterized by an abnormally large increase in heart rate upon standing. POTS is a disorder of the autonomic nervous system that can lead the individual to experience a variety of symptoms. These symptoms may include lightheadedness, brain fog, blurred vision, weakness, fatigue, headaches, heart palpitations, exercise intolerance, nausea, diminished concentration, shaking, syncope, which is fainting, coldness or pain in the extremities, chest pain, and shortness of breath. Other conditions associated with POTS may include Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, mast cell activation syndrome, irritable bowel syndrome, insomnia, chronic headache, chronic fatigue syndrome, and fibromyalgia. POTS symptoms may be treated with lifestyle changes such as increasing fluid and salt intake, wearing compression stockings, gentler and slow postural changes, avoiding prolonged bed rest, medication, and physical therapy. So, sorry I read that really fast. That was a lot. There is no technical treatment for POTS. It is just all trial and error, what works for you, lifestyle changes. Like most autoimmune and chronic illnesses, there is no treatment. Well, I mean, there is, but they're really just treating the symptoms. It's not going to ever get rid of POTS or anything like that in the human body. So, in April of last year, I went out to dinner with my cousin and felt perfectly fine for most of the day, and then got this feeling that I was like lightheaded, a little dizzy. So I had my sister drive to dinner, and I couldn't pinpoint what was wrong. I just said, I don't feel like I should be driving. I have you and my other sister in the car. I think you need to drive. And she was like, okay, that's a little weird. And was perfectly fine, went to dinner. And on the way home, I said, hey, it's getting worse. I think I might pass out. And my sisters were like, what do you mean you're going to pass out? I was like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like I'm about to faint. And they said, okay. I said, if it happens, we're close enough to home. Just run and get dad, time how long I'm out. And I don't know what to do from there, but just go get dad. So 5 minutes later, we're at a red light right outside of my neighborhood, and I pass out. I don't remember any of it other than waking up in my driveway to my dad, like, shaking me, saying, Caitlin, Caitlin, Caitlin. And we decided to take me to the ER just because this was kind of scary. We didn't know if maybe my potassium was off, if, there was something causing this fainting episode that we didn't know about. So the nurse takes me and goes, well, you look perfectly normal. Have you ever been diagnosed with narcolepsy? Because, you could have just fallen asleep. And I was like, no, I definitely didn't fall asleep. Like, this is something serious. Please take me seriously. And I get back in a room, like 4 hours later, we get to a room. And doctor comes in, they ran an EKG, and he goes, well, your EKG is normal, but it really sounds like you have something like POTS. And I was like, what is POTS? I kind of heard of it through the chronic illness community because I also have 12 other illnesses that I advocate for on social media. And so I'd kind of heard of POTS, but never really looked into it because I didn't have a reason to do much research on it. And he was like, well, I can't technically diagnose you because I'm just an ER doctor, but you need to follow up with cardiology. I said, okay. So the next morning, I called the cardiologist, got an appointment set up for like a month and a half later, and was like, okay, let's just go about our day. I was going to take things easy, relax, because I didn't want another fainting episode. Well, that didn't work because I ended up fainting again. And after I fainted, I was watching my heart rate just go up and down and up and down. And I was watching my blood pressure and it was low. And so we went back to the ER and they did a CT scan of my brain to make sure it wasn't something like epilepsy or a stroke. They didn't think it was, but they were surprised nobody tried to rule it out the other night. And came back normal, other than I have a cyst on my pineal gland, which is what produces your melatonin. So, which plays a role in this because I don't get enough sleep, which can set off POTS. So do that, end up going to the cardiologist, and he was like, I mean, that's bold of the ER doctor to say that you have POTS, but I do agree. Let's run some testing. It looks like that, and then we'll start treating you. At this point, it's now June of 2022. I am undergoing testing for cyclic vomiting as well, and the doctors know that you cannot treat both together. You can, but I also have drug allergies, which makes this even more complicated. And so I go through the testing for cyclic vomiting, go through the testing for POTS, get confirmed with POTS. I'm still going under testing for cyclic vomiting, and the talk of a service dog comes up because I'm getting really bad. I'm fainting 1 to 2 times every day to every other day. I'm scared to leave my house. Mentally, I'm not doing well because I'm fainting and stuck inside. And I love going outside. I love hiking. I love enoing. I love doing all of that. And so he said, a service dog might be able to help. He can detect the high heart rate before you pass out and can help you maybe not faint. And then we'll keep trying to do medications, but I think a service dog is something you need to look into. And so that's kind of where I started looking for Sebastian, and we got teamed up. He is a rescue dog, but immediately started training him with scent work and with tasks to help with POTS, and he has done amazing, and I'm so thankful for him. The things he does to help with my POTS is he does that high heart rate alert, which I have shown on videos numerous times. And so he alerts to the high heart rate, and then we go into a deep pressure therapy, which can help prevent blood pooling, which ultimately is what makes somebody with POTS faint. Other things he can do is go get my medicine. He can pick up my keys or any dropped item, because the motion of like bending down, picking it up, and standing back up can be really hard and can make you really dizzy. If you do have POTS, what else can he do? He does counterbalance for when I'm dizzy. He does a little bit of guide work for when I'm dizzy, or like at Christmas, I noticed the Christmas lights were making me super dizzy, and so I had to look down, and so I told him to follow my brother, and he was able to use his guide handle and follow my brother as he walked and navigated through the lights. What else can he do? I feel like I'm missing something. But overall, he's super helpful. He has prevented so many fainting episodes and overall given me my life back, because due to cyclic vomiting and POTS, we still haven't found a medication to really help me. So the only thing that actually helps is Sebastian. And without him, I would be stuck inside. I wouldn't be able to have any level of a job. I really would just be lost. So yeah, I am super thankful for him and really could not do life without him. And we're going to continue to work on it. We're going to continue to train. We're going to continue to grow. And hopefully one day they're going to come out with a treatment for POTS and cyclic vomiting together. And until then, we're going to keep telling you about our journey as a team. And yeah, I hope this helps with helping understand what POTS is and how Sebastian helps me and how a service dog can help somebody with POTS. So we'll see you guys next time.